Hello, my name is Rebecca Bauer, and today we are going to look at the sexual strategies of many species, especially those with the dominating alpha male. We are going to answer the question, does the alpha male truly have a sexual advantage over other subordinate males in the species? First, in order to answer this question, we are going to need to look at the background of this question. It is a common belief that the alpha male is the strongest, most desirable partner. After all, they expend greater effort when deterring predators, and they are extremely active in their society. Therefore, because these males have won this intrasexual competition, they receive reproductive benefits. For example, let's take a look at lions and their alpha male sexual dominance.
For Mr. Lion, there's a great deal at stake. He needs to perform well. The pride rely on him to sire the next generation. This pride already has a dozen adult females and subordinate males, with several young cubs, all living under the rule of their powerful pride chief. A dominant 8-year-old male. Life is looking pretty good.
Even in cases where an outsider overthrows a pride's former alpha male, the females still reward this champion with reproductive benefits.
It's a good job he didn't exhaust himself taking over the pride. This lion has now got 3 very horny lionesses to satisfy. And for the next few days he's going to be having sex every 10 to 15 minutes, night and day, rain or shine.
Besides this common knowledge, I want to conduct a study to answer my initial question. First, I formed my hypothesis. An alpha male does not always have a sexual advantage. Second, I have set up an observational study in which I will observe 3 species and the mating behaviors of their dominant male, as well as other subordinate males. These species are the silverback gorillas, elephant seals, and Galata baboons. Our first observation is the silverback gorilla, where a dominant male clearly has all advantages.
He's in total control of all these females. He's the only one who gets to have sex with them, and every other gorilla around here obeys him.
However, it seems that these gorillas must have adapted to this strategy. Their male genitalia are significantly small.
The fact is, gorillas are simply matching their supply to the demand. He can afford to economize on sperm and sperm production apparatus because he rules an incredibly stable social group. All the females belong to his harem. The cost of male sperm production is cheap compared to the female egg, but that doesn't mean it's entirely trivial. It still requires valuable physical and biological resources to keep a good supply on tap.
Our second observation is the elephant seal. Here, we see how subordinate males have adapted to the alpha male's dominance.
But not all male elephant seals have the kind of physical presence to be a beachmaster, and as a consequence, some opportunistic males have developed an ingenious alternative strategy for sexual success. These smaller males hang out along the edge of the rookery and try to mate when the harem master is asleep or busy, and sometimes they succeed.
Furthermore, we look at the advantages of this adaptation.
While they devote little time and effort to growing large enough to fight for a territory, and don't invest hard-earned valuable energy in parental care. Instead of building muscle, they build sperm, and the cost of sperm is not trivial.
Our third observation is the Galata baboon. Here, there is a dominant male.
On the face of it, there's a simple contract between the male gelada and his harem. For as long as he's physically impressive and supports his harem, including protecting the young, He has exclusive mating rights. However, research has shown that not all males take the macho approach to harem leadership.
However, once again, we see subordinate males adapting and still being able to reproduce.
Instead, some establish long-term relationships with just one or two females. This might look like second best and the only option for a loser, but because these males never engage in violent fights, they live longer. So a submissive strategy could actually mean greater reproductive success throughout a peaceful life.
I have found that in most cases, alpha males have an advantage, but many subordinate males have been adapting and passing on their own genes to newer generations, where we may see a decline in alpha males.